There are a lot of people who lie and get away with it.
And that we will in fact find weapons or evidence of weapons programs that are conclusive.
I don't think we'll discover anything myself.
It appears that there were not weapons of mass destruction there.
You said you knew where they were.
I did not.
We know where they are. They're in the area around Tikrit and Baghdad and east, west, south, and north.
Well, first of all, I haven't lied.
There are a lot of people who lie and get away with it.
Talking about lies and your allegation that there was bulletproof evidence of ties between Al-Qaeda and Iraq. Was that a lie?
Intelligence gathered by this and other governments leaves no doubt that the Iraqi regime continues to possess and conceal some of the most lethal weapons ever devised.
Our people are going to find out the truth, and the truth will say that this intelligence is good intelligence, no doubt in my mind.
I don't know anybody that I can think of who has contended that the Iraqis had nuclear weapons.
And we believe he has in fact reconstituted nuclear weapons.
Saddam Hussein is determined to get his hands on a nuclear bomb.
We cannot wait for the final proof. He's got him. He's got him. The smoking gun. He's got him. That could come in the form of a mushroom cloud.
Colin Powell didn't lie.
My colleagues, every statement I make today is backed up by sources, solid sources. These are not assertions. What we're giving you are facts and conclusions based on solid intelligence.
He has not developed any significant capability with respect to weapons of mass destruction. He is unable to project conventional power against his neighbors.
Our people are going to find out the truth.
I have not suggested there's a connection between Iraq and the 9/11.
You have said in the past that it was, quote, pretty well confirmed.
No, I never said that.
Okay. I think that is...
No, it's absolutely not. What I said was, it's been pretty well confirmed that he did go to Prague and he did meet with a senior official of the Iraqi intelligence service.
Saddam Hussein aids and protects terrorists, including members of Al-Qaeda. Secretly and without fingerprints, he could provide one of his hidden weapons to terrorists or help them develop their own. What did Iraq have to do with what?
The attack on the World Trade Center.
Nothing.
He said there were three main reasons for going to war in Iraq. Weapons of mass destruction.
Saddam Hussein has gone to elaborate lengths, spent enormous sums, taken great risks to build and keep weapons of mass destruction.
The claim that Iraq was sponsoring terrorists would have attacked us on 9/11.
Before September the 11th, many in the world believed that Saddam Hussein could be contained.
And that Iraq had purchased nuclear materials from Niger.
The regime is seeking a nuclear bomb.
All three of those turned out to be false.
First, just if I might correct a misperception, I don't think we ever said, at least I know I didn't say, that there was a direct connection between September the 11th and Saddam Hussein.
Who does the president think he's effing kidding?
Of course, it was information that was mistaken.
There are a lot of people who lie and get away with it.
Those weapons of mass destruction got to be somewhere. Nope, no weapons over there. Maybe under here.
When you have a precedent set like that, and you have somebody, George Tenet, acknowledging in his book that he knew that the administration was deceiving the American people into a situation that is murdering young men and women from this country and others, that George Tenet and Dick Cheney and Condoleezza Rice and George Bush et al. Should be in fucking jail.
I'm tired as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
He's going to figure out what to do with all of the debris.
How about you? You made money off the Gulf War, and now you're going to vote for your fascist son. Old lies, war lies, still lies. Stop the lies. Stop the war.
it is important to study.
You should be tried for treason. Do not, you son of a bitch.
People have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite.
Do 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 D TV Crew TV. You know how it goes down, man. It's time for me to start hitting them heavy subjects. We finna get on the war in Afghanistan. Play my music. I'm a Jew, he a Jew, she a Jew, we some Jews. Wouldn't you like to be a Jew too? Only if you're in the bloodline. Yeah. What up, man? It's your boy. O to the D to the, you know, aka knowledge. Now I want to talk about this war that we went into after 9/11, because if you look at the news on it and you look at what really went on, now I mean, you know, everybody know how I feel about 9/11. I don't want to talk about it. It's, you know, there's no possible way it went down the way they say it went down. I know it, you know it, everybody know it. But are we past that point? Now, what I'm talking about is, why did we go to war? Where we went to war at, with who we went to war with, and they had nothing to do with 9/11. Why did we go to war with them? You know what I'm saying? Like, Al-Qaeda was funded by the government. The government. Our own government. And this is, you can look it up. This is natural. This is national proof. Matter of fact, in Libya, they just took over Libya, and they supposed to be the Libyan rebels. But how did they take over Libya and then hang an Al-Qaeda flag over the courthouse in Libya? I got that on film too, man. Look it up, dee-talk. This is one of my episodes. I think it's part 4. But come on, man, let's be real. They letting you know, they let Al-Qaeda take over Libya, so that means Al-Qaeda been running stuff. So why do people use Al-Qaeda in two different phrases? Like, they use Al-Qaeda like they cool, then they use Al-Qaeda like, well, they blew up the buildings in 9/11. But Dick Cheney, Bush, all of them was saying that Saddam had nothing to do with 9/11. That really, that war out there had nothing to do with 9/11. They did that for what Bush was trying to do what his father already started. He was trying to finish that up. And they needed oil and all these other resources. You know, they had control of another person's land because they already gave it to Saddam and let him run it as a dictator. But now they want to take him down so that they can make this new world order thing. You know, so they got to take all these dictators down so they can have one dictator. But the point is, 9/11 had nothing to do with the war that we went to. So you telling me, if 9/11 had nothing to do with that, why did we go to war? Why is there dead people over a war that didn't even have to be fought? Why did they go kill a man that really didn't have to be killed? I mean, Saddam was bad, but he ain't no worse than America. How can we sit up here and just doubt somebody else and call them bad when in your own place where you stay at, they snatching kids up and doing all this other stuff, but you don't know because all you look at is Fox News and what's on regular TV. That's all you know. You don't look at the internet. You don't really research nothing. You believe whatever these devil worshippers believe. Tell you. And these is devil worshippers, folks. They go to Bohemian Grove. They dance around naked behind red trees and have sex with dudes. This is what they do on their free time. These is all your politicians, your Catholic people, your fake Christians. All this, man. You know what I'm saying? But in the light, they act like they're Christians and they this and they holy. But behind closed doors, they in Bohemian Grove dancing around half naked with some dudes. But, you know, my father said that's not righteous. So that's why I say I don't know what God y'all serving, because my God don't believe in all this crap that y'all believe in. But, like I said, man, dee-talk, this is real talk. There was no reason, and still is no reason for us to have went to war. No reason. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to look it up. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna play that clip before I even get his speech. But if it wasn't for, you know what I'm saying, it was Dick Cheney and Bush who came out and said that he had nothing to do with 9/11. So do the research on it. Quit just listening to what the next person said and get this knowledge home, boy, because we ain't gonna be here forever. I give us one good year. I give them by the end of this year, and I'm not talking about no 2012 Mayan prophecy. That ain't what I'm talking about, because that's another episode. I'm gonna have to get on that later on. But the point is, the Mayans prophecy wasn't just the world was just gonna end. It was gonna be a new era, and they knew it. They knew the evil was gonna start running this world. And by 2012, homie, the dollar gonna fall, and they gonna bring them chips in, and they chipping up everybody. If you don't get chipped, you'll starve. If you don't want to get chips, you might die. So that's what we heading to, and this is gonna happen by 2012. There's no stopping it. You can't stop the fall of the dollar. God ain't physical. My father ain't gonna stop the fall of the dollar because he want this place to fall. He's not trying to help it.
Crazy Crew Entertainment, man. Crew or Die videos, and ain't nothing after that. You dig, you beezies.